Hey folks, it's me again, Zelda Hayes, keeping it real online magazine at www.realtalk.com. Today I'm responding to an email that I got from Kiming Wang. Kiming Wang. And the reason that I'm saying her name is she's from South Asia and she asked me to give her a shout out. So I'm giving you a shout out, Kiming Wang. I hope I said that right. This was her issues, and I'm going to make this a topic for everyone. Gentlemen, ladies, when it's over, it's over. This young lady, apparently her boyfriend is not getting the hint, and he's sending her letters and flowers and stopping at the house and Facebooking her and tweeting every 5 minutes about her, and she doesn't want to be bothered. We've got to understand that sometimes it may not even be personal. Most of the time it is, but when it's over, it's over. You can make an enemy out of your lover, or you can make a friend. When you break up with a person for whatever the purpose is, whether it was infidelity, whether it was, hey, I'm here and you're still here and we can't seem to balance, you have to just pull away and give that person time, and you can become friends at a later date. I do believe, however, that it's possible to be friends with an ex. I have exes and we're good friends, and I have ex-husbands and we're okay. But you can push a person away by trying to stay in contact with them, especially if they've already told you that it's over. And you can also end up going to jail because a person can press charges. It's called stalking. I won't say his name, but to Miss Wang's boyfriend, what you're doing is called stalking, and it doesn't matter what country you're in, you can still get into a lot of trouble. Out here, you don't know who that person is now dealing with, and it can also cause a bigger problem. There's stalkers all over the place. You might have had him or her for 2 or 3 years, but like I said, when it's over, it's over. What causes a relationship to be over? Well, let's look at a few factors. Aside from infidelity, which we know is the common cause of most breakups. That's another topic. Communication. Are you communicating with your partner? Does your partner know what you want? And when I ask that question, let me go a little deeper with that, because people think when they say, well, he knows I want to be married, or he knows I want a long-term relationship. Does he know you want children? Does he know you want a house? Does he know you don't want children? Vice versa. There's a lot of things we need to take into consideration when approaching into a relationship, other than the sex is great and he or she makes a lot of money and I'm good to go with that. You know, you have to have that communication on what you want once you've got into that relationship. Communication in the 90-day rule. Now, I love Steve Harvey. I love you, but that 90-day thing, bullshit. Sorry. I'm going to say it again. 90-day rule, bullshit. Because if I get into a relationship with a person and I'm waiting 90 days after I've gotten to know them and all that great stuff, and I've fallen in love with them and all this, or really, really care about them after 90 days, and I lay with them and that sex sucks, I'm out. We can all laugh at that one. How many are really going to stay in a relationship that's not sexually satisfying because we both have a lot in common and we both have the same dreams and desire? To hell with that. We can have everything in common that we like, but if you can't make me feel good in the bedroom, or I can't make you feel good in the bedroom, somebody's going to leave. So that 90-day rule, I don't agree with. I believe it's up to the person, the relation, it's up to the people that's involved. How mature are you in handling intimacy or sex or whatever route you're taking as far as when you should be doing that. Another aspect of relationships, when entering a relationship, before it gets to that point so that it's not over so fast, ask about their past. We don't like to do that. We may say, oh, well, you still with your girlfriend, or you still with your boyfriend, or, well, why'd y'all break up? Or you may not even ask those questions. You may not ask how many sexual partners they've had. You have children. Do you have a relationship with your children? Do you want more children? And doesn't necessarily mean that you're planning to get pregnant, or he's planning to get you pregnant. But if that person has a child and you don't see them, excuse me, let me stop this music because it's going on his own. I do apologize for that. Now we won't have to worry about that anymore. But does that person have contact with the child? Here's a bigger question, and we don't, here's something that's really interesting. If a guy has a child, let's go to the guy for a moment. He has a child. He gets to pick up that child or see that child, spend time with it, but he treats the mother like garbage. And he's telling you things like, I can't stand that yo, this, that, and the other about her. We stand there, some of us stand there with our chest out like, oh, I'm straight now. He can't stand his baby mama, so I'm good to go. Well, let me ask you a question. How the hell you think he gonna treat you if you ever have his child? And I hear it now. Well, that's not gonna be me, because I'm not, you don't know. He's already showing you. My point is that he shows you what type of character he has, because you don't have to like your child's parent, whether it's the mother or the father, but you should never bad talk them to the person you're dating. That is something that you should never do, period. Let alone do it in front of that child, because this is where children learn how to treat women or how to treat men based on what mommy or daddy is saying in front of that person. So ask those pertinent questions. Have that communication. Ask those pertinent questions. Do you have a decent relationship with your child's mother? Encourage them to have a good relationship if they don't. And some of y'all are going, that's bullshit. I'm not trying to push him towards her. I'm trying to push him towards me. Well, if he's really yours, you can't push him towards her, because he doesn't want her. He wants you. But you can help him get past his pain or her pain, because the only reason that person is still nasty towards that parent is because they're still hurting. And y'all can sit there and go, that's bull crap if you want to. That's the only reason we hold on to anger, is because we're still bitter. We didn't want it to be over. Some want it over and some don't. Another thing you should be asking in a relationship that a lot of people don't want to ask, because they's like, that's bull crap, I'm not asking, because they can lie. Well, if they lied, at least you have at least you can say you asked, because you never know what's going to come out of that conversation. When was your last STD exam? And y'all are going to laugh about it. Make it funny, laugh. Don't come out that person. Don't come at him or her attacking. But ask. Because they may very well tell you, well, it was 3 months ago. And then you need to make sure yourself that you've had one as well. I mean, no one knows, period. But at least have a mind thought of, okay, well, I did ask. And if anything jumped off, 3 months ago you had a test and you was fine, so now all of a sudden if I'm burning, then you fooling around. Not you, I'm burning, and now it's because of something 3 months ago that wasn't taken care of. So, there's a whole lot of reasons why you should know that person's sexual history, know that person's parenting history. Ask them how they grew up. How was their childhood? And some people say, well, who gives a damn? Why do I want to know that? Because this is the problem. You don't know what type of luggage that person have. People think of luggage and they think from a past relationship. And luggage is not always from a past relationship. Luggage can also be about what happened in that person's childhood that they're still holding on to. Mom abused dad, so, I'm expecting to get my butt beat, or I'm violent because of what I seen. I like you, but I got this violent thing because of what I saw. Or my parent yelled at me so much, and it startles me. So now when you talk loud or you yell at me, I lose my ever-loving mind. You just don't know. Find out about this person's childhood. Tell them about yours. Because if they've got some luggage, you're not going to know how to help them unpack it unless you've spoken to them about what's going on with it. I guess those three are the basic things that, please stop promising to love each other till death do you part. Because you don't know how you're going to feel about that person 3 years ago, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. Well, you done already made a promise. I'm going to love you till death do us part. No, I'm going to love you as long as I can. And when I don't, I'll talk to you about it. When you find yourself coming out of love, like I told young lady Wang, when you find yourself falling out of love with that person, really, she should not have waited until she fell out of love. When you start feeling that something isn't right, that something is changing, that is when you're supposed to have that conversation with your mate and let them know, hey, there's a problem. Or I'm not sure if it's a problem, but this is bothering me. whatever it is, you need to let them know before it becomes a problem. Because if you leave someone because they've been doing something for months and they never knew it bothered you, you're wrong. You're out of the relationship and free. Oh, that's all cool, but you just messed somebody's head up because they don't know why you left them, or all of a sudden, why was that a problem? So you need to attack the problem before it becomes a problem. Another thing is handling family members. One of her biggest issues was his mother was in their business, and they're not even married, and she is 27 years old, and I think he was 32 years old. When you're an adult and you're in an adult relationship, please, ladies and gentlemen, stop telling your parents, I don't give a damn how cool you think they are. If you tell your mom that your man is treating you like crap, you think she's going to respect him or even say anything nice to him when she sees him, and y'all break up, and now y'all back together, and you want to know why, oh, you don't understand. No, she understands very well. You done slipped up by telling her all of this negative stuff about him, and you really expect her to be receiving him, giving him a warm welcome coming in. It's not going to happen. Gentlemen, your mom or your dad, guys usually go to their mom. Your mom does not need to know your girlfriend's flaws. That's not her business. Your girlfriend's got a flaw, deal with it with your girlfriend. Because what you're doing is you're creating enemies between two women, and it's unnecessary and it's childish. Big boys stay in the big boy lead. Big girls stay in the big girl leads. Keep your business in your house. Another thing with relationships, as far as getting to a point of fixing it before it's over. Let me see. I've already discussed talking about it before it becomes a problem. Make sure that that problem is something that's not fixable before you break up. If you've invested a lot of time in a relationship, a lot of people like to play house. Nobody wants to get married, but you bought a house, or you living together, and you got a car, and you got all this property. The government could care less about who gets what. If y'all are not married, whoever's name is in, that's who's going to keep it. But do you really want to be with that person 4 or 5 years, and because you didn't mention that you really have an issue with them, I don't know, leaving their shoes in the middle of the floor or whatever, now you break up, now you got to start all over again, and you're the one who decorated the darn house. So it's a lot of things that you need to pay attention to before you're going to break up. Not saying that you don't have a right to leave. I'm just saying, before you get to the breakup point, stop letting little things slide, saying, well, it's just a little thing, when you know in your heart that that little thing is annoying the hell out of you. Because one day you're going to snap, and they're going to look at you like, it's so small. It's been small for about 3 years, and now you're just tired of it. You just don't want to deal with it anymore. Now it's your fault because you have not brought it to the table to say there's a problem. Try to fix it before it becomes a problem. Because you can break up a relationship that really could be something good. A lot of people, I know for a fact, there are a lot of couples who have broken up over some really stupid things that in actuality, it wasn't so much that it was a stupid thing, but he or she did not take enough time to find out that person's childhood, that person's relationship background, and that person's parenting skills. And that's why they're in the boat that they're in now. Those are 3 things you should really pay attention to. That communication, openness, know that person's childhood, know that person's relationship, know that person's parenting background. Those will, at least if nothing else, give you an idea of what you are dealing with. Then when that person does something that you can't understand why, you'll remember, oh yeah, she did say, when she was younger, her dad did this, or he did say when he was younger, his mom did that. You get an idea, especially if you're paying attention to the family members that are in the midst and how they treat him or her. Pay attention to those things. This is your mate that you're dealing with. Know about them. And if you are going into the relationship for just sex, let's be real about it. You're going into a relationship and it's, it's just a sexual thing for you. Let that person know. If you're man or woman enough to say, I just want sex in this relationship, then you need to be adult enough to say, hey, you know what? I'm not looking for anything serious. I just want to enjoy myself. Every woman knows, every woman should know, when a brother tells you, I just want to enjoy myself, it's the sex. And I'm not knocking that. If that's how you flow, that's how you flow. But at least give that person, male or female, the opportunity to decide, hey, you know what? This is not something I want to be in. Otherwise, you know, just like Miss Wong, and you sending in a letter, and this guy's gonna be in jail by the end of the week. I don't know how jail is in South Asia, but the stuff that he's doing just to say I still love you, and she doesn't want to be with him, it can be dangerous. So my whole point, know the person that you're dealing with. Get past that physical part. Get past their financial capabilities. Know that person's life experience. Talk to them before you make a commitment of getting into a relationship with them, so that you can understand what you're getting into. Because you could, one, either throw away something that was very valuable, or keep something that was really worth trash. It wasn't worth anything but trash. And on that note, I don't know if this has been long enough, but I hope you got something out of it. Leave your comments, concerns, questions. I'm not going to be pissed if you say something sarcastic. Keep it real. It's all okay. I'm going to respect you nonetheless. Peace out. Till the next time. I'm out.